Close your eyes for a second. It is a Friday evening, JFK Airport, New York. You just landed after 14 hours on a plane. Your legs are stiff. Your eyes are burning. All you want is to get to your hotel or your family's house and sleep. You are standing in the customs line holding your passport and your phone. You have a valid visa, maybe even a green card. You step up to the CBP officer's booth. He asks you a few standard questions. Where are you coming from? How long are you staying? What is the purpose of your visit? You answer everything calmly, honestly. And then he looks down at your hands and he says, "Please unlock your phone and hand it to me." Your heart drops. Your entire life is on that phone. Your WhatsApp conversations with your family back home, your banking apps, that message you sent your uncle 3 weeks ago, that harmless joke you texted your cousin. You hesitate. You think about your rights, but you are scared. So you type your passcode and you hand it over. And in that exact moment, in those 3 seconds while you type that passcode, you made a mistake. A mistake so small, so innocent, so invisible that you had absolutely no idea you even made it. But because of that 3-second mistake, that CBP officer now has the legal authority to read years of your private messages, access your cloud storage, find that one conversation, that one photo, that one sentence that you never thought would be used against you. 2 hours later, your visa is canceled, and you are sitting in a detention room waiting for a return flight home. That is not a movie script. That is not a worst-case scenario. That is happening right now in 2026 at U.S. airports every single day. My name is Timothy. I am the founder of US Updates Hub, and today I am going to do something that very few people on this platform are willing to do. I am going to go deep, very deep into the official CBP Directive 30344-9A. I am going to expose the 5 mistakes that immigrants make at U.S. airports that destroy their visas, cancel their entry, and cost them their American dream. I am going to tell you exactly what CBP is legally allowed to see. And I am going to reveal the massive, critical, life-changing difference between how they treat visa holders and green card holders. And I am going to tell you the 3-second mistake, what it is, why it matters, and exactly how to avoid it. So, if you are flying to the United States anytime soon, or if you have a family member who is flying, do not skip even 1 minute of this video, because knowing this before your flight will literally protect your future. Let us begin. Mistake number 1. Believing the Fourth Amendment protects your phone at the airport. Now listen, if you live in the United States, you have heard of the Fourth Amendment. It is the law that says police cannot just stop you on the street, take your phone, and read your texts without a warrant signed by a judge. It protects you from unreasonable searches and seizures. And millions of immigrants they genuinely believe that this protection follows them into the airport. It does not. Here is the trap. The airport is not the street under United States federal law. There is something called the border search exception. At any U.S. port of entry, airports, seaports, land borders, the normal rules of the Constitution do not fully apply. The U.S. government has given CBP Customs and Border Protection extraordinarily broad legal authority to search your physical belongings and your electronic devices without a warrant, without a judge, without even needing proof that you did something wrong. And the mistake, the fatal mistake that immigrants make is this. They argue. They say to the officer, "You cannot look at my phone. I know my rights. You need a warrant. Please listen to me very carefully." Arguing constitutional law with a CBP officer at the primary inspection booth is the single fastest way to get pulled into a secondary inspection room. It makes you look defensive. It makes them suspicious. And it escalates a routine check into a nightmare that can last for hours. You must understand the rules of the border before you cross it. And those rules lead us directly to the most dangerous mistake of all. Mistake number 2, the 3-second mistake. This is it. This is the one. The officer asks you to unlock your phone and hand it to them. You type your passcode or you use your Face ID and you hand it over. But in those 3 seconds, what did you forget to do? You forgot to disconnect from the internet. Now I want you to understand why this is so critical. According to the official CBP Directive 33404-9A, the actual government document that governs how officers handle your electronic devices, CBP is only legally allowed to search data that is physically on the device itself. They are legally prohibited from intentionally accessing data stored remotely in the cloud. So what does that mean for you? It means your iCloud photos protected, your Google Drive files protected, your WhatsApp message backup stored on remote servers protected by their own policy. But, and this is the 3-second mistake, if your phone is connected to the airport Wi-Fi or to a cellular network when you hand it over, the officer might open an app or an email or a photo album, and your phone will automatically start pulling data from the cloud. Data that was not even saved on your device. Emails from 5 years ago, WhatsApp backups from another country, messages you thought were deleted, and suddenly they are reading all of it. The CBP Directive itself says that officers must request travelers to disable connectivity before a search begins. They are supposed to ask you to put your phone in airplane mode, but what if they forget? What if they do not ask and you hand over a connected phone? You have just given them a live window into your entire digital life spanning servers across the globe. So here's what you do every single time without exception. If a CBP officer ever asks for your unlocked phone, take 3 seconds. Swipe down, turn on airplane mode, turn off Wi-Fi, turn off Bluetooth, and only then hand it over. If they ask why you did that, you say calmly, respectfully, "Officer, I am complying with your request. I am restricting the search to local device data in accordance with CBP policy. You are not refusing the search. You are legally restricting it to exactly what the law allows. 3 seconds. That is all it takes. 3 seconds to protect years of your private life." Mistake number 3. Believing your WhatsApp messages are harmless. I hear this all the time. "Timothy, I am not a criminal. I have no drugs. I have no weapons. Why would I care if they read my WhatsApp?" And then they say, "Besides, WhatsApp is end-to-end encrypted. The government cannot read it." Anyway, let me give you the brutal truth on both points. First, end-to-end encryption. Yes, WhatsApp encrypts your messages while they are traveling through the internet. While they are in transit from your phone to another person's phone, no one can intercept them. But the moment you unlock your phone and hand it to another human being, encryption means absolutely nothing. They are looking at the screen just like you look at it every day. The messages are right there in plain text for human eyes. Second, CBP is not just looking for criminals. They are looking for intent to violate immigration status. Let me give you a real documented example of how this works. A young man arrives at a US airport on a B1, B2 tourist visa. He tells the officer he is here to visit Disney World 2 weeks. That is it. The officer searches his phone. They find a WhatsApp conversation with his uncle in New York from 3 weeks ago. The message says, "Uncle, I am coming next month. Can you help me find a cash job at a gas station?" That is it. One message. Maybe it was a joke. Maybe it was serious. It does not matter. Under the Immigration and Nationality Act, that single WhatsApp message is legal evidence of immigrant intent. It proves he intends to work illegally in the United States. His tourist visa is canceled on the spot. He is issued an expedited removal order, and he is banned from entering the United States for 5 years. They look at your photos. Did you pack a resume in your bag? Did you photograph construction sites or storefronts? Did you text your spouse saying you cannot wait to live with them in America forever? Even though you only have a tourist visa, every message, every photo, every note. If you are crossing a US border on a visa, your phone is the most powerful witness against you. Do not treat it like a private diary. Mistake number 4, not knowing the difference between green card rights and visa rights. This is where the real panic sets in. An officer looks at you and asks for your password. Can you say no? Can you legally refuse to unlock your phone? The answer is yes. Technically, you can refuse, but the consequences of that refusal depend entirely on what piece of plastic is sitting in your wallet right now. Let me break it down. If you are a non-citizen entering on a temporary visa, a tourist visa, a student visa, an H-1B worker visa, you have the lowest level of rights at the border. The legal burden is on you to prove that you are admissible. If you refuse to unlock your phone, the officer can say you are not cooperating. I cannot verify your story. I cannot confirm you are admissible. Entry denied. Visa canceled. Next flight home. For temporary visa holders, refusing to unlock your phone is almost always a fatal mistake. But what if you are a lawful permanent resident? What if you have a green card? The law is completely different for you. A returning green card holder cannot be denied entry to the United States simply for refusing to provide a phone password. Let me say that again very clearly. They cannot take away your green card and deport you just because you refuse to unlock your iPhone. That is your right. However, they can make your life very difficult. If a green card holder refuses to unlock their device, CBP can seize the phone. They give you a receipt, they let you enter the country, and they send your phone to a forensic lab to be cracked. It could take weeks, it could take months, and when they crack it, they will copy everything on it. So the dilemma is real. Do you unlock it, surrender your privacy, but keep your device? Or do you refuse, protect your privacy in the moment, keep your status, but lose your phone for months? There is no perfect answer. But you need to know this difference before you are standing at that counter, not during, before. Mistake number 5, triggering an advanced search. Under CBP policy, there are 2 types of phone searches. A basic search, the officer picks up your phone, swipes through with their fingers, looks at your apps and photos. They can do this randomly. No specific reason needed. Then there is an advanced search. This is where things become terrifying. They take your phone into a back room, they plug it into a specialized forensic machine, and they download your entire hard drive. This machine can recover deleted WhatsApp messages, hidden photos, wiped emails, your complete location history, every app you ever opened, everything. Now, here is the critical protection you have. CBP cannot perform an advanced search randomly. Under their own policy, they must have reasonable suspicion of a specific violation of law or a national security concern before they can plug your phone into that machine. So what gives them reasonable suspicion? This is where immigrants hand it to them on a silver platter. Acting excessively nervous, sweating, trembling, changing your story mid-con conversation, saying you are visiting for 2 weeks but having luggage packed for 6 months, and the biggest red flag of all, having a phone that was completely factory reset the day before your flight. If your phone looks brand new and empty when you arrive, they see that as evidence of hiding something. And that suspicion is all they need to legally justify an advanced search. So stay calm, answer questions directly, do not over-explain. Do not give them a reason to escalate a basic search into an advanced search. Your composure is your protection. Now let us bring everything together. Your 2026 airport survival plan. Write these down. Step 1. Before you leave for the airport, clean up your digital house. If you are on a temporary visa, go through your messages, your emails, your photos. Delete anything that could be misinterpreted as an intent to work or stay permanently in the US. Do not rely on passwords or hidden folders. If it is on the device, assume they will see it. Step 2. Log out of your social media apps before you land. Log out of Facebook, log out of Instagram, log out of LinkedIn. If the apps require a password to open, it adds a layer of friction during a basic search. Step 3. The 3-second rule. If an officer asks you to unlock your device, immediately swipe down and turn on airplane mode. Disable Wi-Fi, disable Bluetooth, restrict their search to only what is locally stored on your phone, exactly as CBP Directive 334049A outlines. Step 4. Know your status before you land. If you are a visa holder, comply, but use airplane mode. If you are a green card holder, you have the right to refuse a password, but your device may be seized. Know your line before you get to that counter. Your privacy is a fundamental human right, but the US border is a unique legal zone where those rights are heavily restricted. The officers are trained to find inconsistencies. You must be trained to protect yourself legally. I am Timothy from US Updates Hub, and before I let you go, I have one final thing to tell you. You cannot learn these rules at the airport. It is too late when you are standing at that booth. You need to know them before you pack your bags, and that is exactly why I am asking you to do one thing right now. Look in the description below this video and join our free official WhatsApp channel, US Updates Hub. The moment CBP or USCIS changes a single policy, the moment a new executive order drops, the moment there is a new rule that affects your visa, your green card, your family, you will know about it instantly through US Updates Hub on WhatsApp. Not the next day, not when it is already too late, instantly. And download your free rights card from that channel. One page, everything you need to know at the border in your hands before your next flight. If this video helped you, and I know it did, hit that like button right now and share this video into your family WhatsApp groups, ironically, to protect their WhatsApp. There is someone in your family, in your community, who is flying to the US next week, who does not know any of this. Send this to them right now. It could be the most important thing you do for them today. Stay informed, stay protected, and I will see you in the next